So here's something funny, guys. My legs are probably my best body part, but out of about 50 plus videos I still haven't put on my leg routine. So here's my current leg routine. I'm currently doing the 5-3-1 split. If you're not sure what that is a strength and power phase. If you type in Wendler 5-3-1 into Google, you'll find out more about it. I'll try and explain it briefly. It's a 3-week phase where you're trying to get as strong as possible. You're trying to get as powerful as possible. You're hitting all of the big compound movements on your big body part days. So the way it works is the first week you do 3 sets of 5, the second week you do 2 sets of 5 and a set of 3 for your working set, and on the very last week you do 2 sets of 5 and your very last set should be your 1 rep max or more. Basically, you're not supposed to stop at 1. You can continue to try and get as many reps as you can. So I just did my first working set of 5 at 315 pounds, and you're going to pyramid up. So this is my second set of 5, which is 340 pounds, I believe. So I tend to wrap up my knees after I get to 3 plates a side. That's just a personal thing. I remember once I went up above 3 plates without knee wraps and my knees didn't particularly like it. They ached a few days after that, so that's when I learned that I can go as high as 3 plates without wrapping my knees, but anything above that I need to start wrapping the knees. Yeah, my squat technique, it's quite a bad angle where I've put the camera. You can't really see, but I do go below parallel. I do like to squat as deep as comfortable for my posture. I could probably get a little bit deeper if I stretched out my calves, if I stretched out my hip flexors, but the way I'm going down now is just slightly below parallel, although I must admit from this angle it doesn't look like I'm going that deep. This is my final working set, so I was supposed to get 5 reps on this, but I think I maxed out at 4. You're not supposed to go to failure, but I've just got this thing in me that I just can't train anything out of 5th gear, which is pretty bad really. I should kind of learn to limit myself, especially when you're following a program that advises you not to go to failure, because you're going to burn out your central nervous system. Yeah, I think I've got one more in me here. My hips went forward a bit there, so I just reset my posture, pull my shoulder blades together, keep the chest up, and I bang out one more squat. There I go. I probably should have had a spot as well, but hey ho. So after you've done your main compound lift, the great thing about the Wendler 5-3-1 program is he gives you the freedom to kind of adjust the routine to whatever your current goal is. Now for me and legs, I don't want to get my legs any bigger than they already are, simply because in fitness modeling my legs are pretty big for a fitness model standards. I really need to get my upper body up to scratch with my legs, so that's what I was working on this year. So basically what that means is I'm not hitting too much volume on legs. I like the front hack squat. I can get nice and deep on that, and what I do is I turn my feet out slightly so I can hit the inner thighs, and that really gave my legs a great sweep when I added this to my routine. So I really like front hack squats. Yeah, so I hit 3 sets of these. So I pretty much put the work in with my legs. I train legs really hard, which pretty much meant that this year in the off season I didn't need to hit my legs with such tremendous volume. I always like to lift heavy on legs no matter what. My legs are pretty strong, but yeah, I wanted to kind of tone it down this year because I didn't want my legs to start outshining my upper body, which they already do, so I needed to get my upper body up to speed with that. Alright, so I'm just showing you one more set of the front hack squats. I've gone up to 400 and something pounds now. I do one more set of these afterwards, but I don't film that. You get the picture. So I do 3 sets of hack squats. Once I'm finished with this, I will move on to a leg curl and leg extension superset. So I do leg curls first because this routine is quite quad dominant, so I want to give priority in the next movement to my hamstrings, and I want to lift as heavy as possible. Quick quad shot here. Pow. Okay, moving on to the leg curls and leg extensions. I'm pretty strong on leg curls. I try and go as heavy as possible because the hamstrings are made up of fast twitch muscle fibers, so you need to go quite heavy on them. They're not going to respond as well to lower weight with more reps, so you want to go heavy on them. Obviously don't compromise form, keep the negative nice and slow. Get that contraction at the top. I could probably squeeze a bit harder at the top and hold it there for a second. I come straight back down with my negative. Moving on to the leg extension now. Kind of noticed in this that I was slightly bouncy. Again, I could have squeezed at the top and held a little bit more. But that's the great thing about filming. You get to see your form. You get to see where you're going wrong. You can even start helping yourself just by filming your workouts. So I do 3 lots of these, but I'm only filming the 1 superset. By the way, rest periods, I forgot to mention, your rest periods in your first 5-3-1 strength movement, so mine in this case was the squat, you take 3 minutes of rest in between sets because you want your central nervous system to recover enough to hit the 5 reps again. If you give yourself less rest, your central nervous system isn't going to be ready and you're going to fatigue a lot sooner than your 5 reps. You want to make sure you get those 5 reps out. This is my standing calf raise. Again, I can see here I could go up on my tiptoes a little bit more. What I do here is 3 sets with a drop set. Anyway, enjoy, subscribe and follow my contest prep, guys. Let's do this.